AM 1430 KRGI 105.5 FM. Good morning. I'm Brian Gallagher. This is Community Connection. It's brought to you by Cornhusker Toyota Honda, Nebraska's only combined Toyota Honda dealership. Thursdays, we turn our focus to education. We have a couple of guests on behalf of Grand Island Public Schools today. First, we want to welcome Myra Ramallo. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Also, Joana Reyes is here to help us out today.
Hello. Hi.
Welcome. They're here to tell us about the volunteer fair that just wrapped up. Tell me, how did things go with this?
It was awesome. We had a lot of fun putting it together, first of all, and it was super well attended by the students. We were a little bit nervous how they were going to receive it, since it does happen during their free time, but a lot of students were engaging with the agencies. They were coming in and having fun and talking to all the different agencies that we had there. So it was super well attended. So
this was at senior high, or was this intended to be for students of all ages through the school system?
Yeah, so we did have it at senior high. They have juniors and seniors have an open lunch period, so they're free to go out and get lunch if they'd like. So that's why we were worried if they would want to stay and visit the agencies. So we made sure we promoted it a lot and had them stay to come talk to these super cool nonprofits.
So you must have had a lot of organizations then too, because there's a large student population there. Mm-hmm. To engage that many people at once, there has to be a lot of reasons to go. It sounds like that went well.
We had a total of 9 agencies at Grand Island Senior High. And I mean, we were hoping for more, but 9 was such a great number. It worked so well with the amount of space that we had to work with. So it was awesome.
Tell me about the feedback you got from the students that visited. Did they get to find out what they wanted to know so that way they could make good decisions about this?
Yeah, definitely. I think their feedback came back in 2 forms. Students at first weren't fully aware of why they need to volunteer, right? So that was our first big message, making sure they knew that scholarships and colleges wanted to see that volunteer experience, wanted to see their involvement in the community. So they were able to learn about that. And secondly, they learned about what is going on in the community and how their interests can transfer into the community and how they can learn new skills through that.
So you're telling me a few eyes were opened about the possibilities that are out there that maybe they didn't know about. That's really neat.
Yes. We had a student come up to me, and one of our agencies is Willow Rising. And since they just recently had a name change to their organization, one of the students came up to me and was like, "Oh, I'm so happy that you put this together, because if it wasn't for you, then I would have never known that Willow Rising existed." So.
Wow.
Yes.
So it sounds like you've laid a good pathway. Now you're starting to think ahead about having another one. Do you have a timetable yet? Spring, maybe?
Spring, yes.
Okay.
2 reasons. One, because we did get feedback from the Habitat of Humanity that they gave volunteers ready so they can have students work on their house during that springtime and in the summer, but also because we want students to be involved during the summer. I think if they have the information come spring, then they're ready for the summer and they can start collecting those volunteer hours for their scholarship essays and college applications.
So you already have one commitment. Did you get some feedback from the organizations that attended? Are they ready to come back, and maybe they're telling a friend or two?
Yes. We sent out a survey to all the agencies that came, and they all responded very well to it. All said yes, that they would be willing to come back, and they even suggested other agencies as well. So.
And students are saying, yes, we're interested. We'd like to find out more?
Yes, they are totally into it. They want to see more agencies from the community. They want to see it expand, see what else is out there that they can sign up for, get those volunteer hours.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and schedule another visit when you decided that one comes. But you have some other fairs that are coming up now before the holidays. Tell me more about those.
So the most recent one that's happening will be the college fair that's happening October 9th at Grand Island Senior High, and that's geared for all of our students. So if our parents, can encourage their students to come visit and take advantage of those college representatives that are there. that would be awesome. And then the second fair that we have is the scholarship fair, and that's happening November 29th, and that's open to all of our senior families.
If you're thinking about college, you probably are thinking, well, maybe a scholarship would be a nice way to get a head start, and this is an ideal way to do that. If you haven't done that yet, this is definitely something to think about. So again, the college fair is what date?
College fair is October 9th.
And then the scholarship fair will be in November.
Yes, November 29th.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow, it sounds like this is just a huge success and a lot more to come. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to reserve a spot for these two because Myra and Joanna both conquered it. They just said, I got this. So see, this radio stuff's not so hard, is it?
No.
It's fun.
Told you. So we'll see them back sometime, hopefully in the spring, and then I'll be anxious to see how the college fair and scholarship fair went. So Myra Ramallo and Joana Reyes, thanks, congratulations, keep up the great work, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning from AM 1430 KRGI 105.5 FM.